Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and today we're visiting with Chris Schalk. He's the Barren County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. We're going to talk about something that I feel like, in Warren County, we're seeing more and more lambs, and this is kind of the lambing season.
I took this stuff out of a tote and we laid it here, but I think it's important to have a container to put this stuff in.
Yeah, so you can just kind of grab and go.
So you can grab and go, because you don't want to be looking for stuff when you've got that. I've got some stuff put in here, and we were talking about when the season was. And, when I was growing up, we delayed several Christmas holidays, working in the barn, but that's just part of it. Whether you got to have an emergency delivery or whether you're going to have to do some aftercare, and you can kind of deliver, kind of split that up. So.
But be ready, be prepared.
Be ready. Yeah, be ready
is the most important thing. And so, what are some of these items, and why are they useful during lambing season?
I like to have. I want some obstetric sleeves. Okay, all right, and they're great for lots of things. Ag agents, we put samples in them and all kind of stuff. But anyway, I carry them in my truck all the time. But you want to protect yourself. Okay, all right. There are some
zoonotic diseases.
Yeah. So we want to protect it, and some just don't want that gooey stuff. I want to always, when I want to treat that, let's just face it, they're pretty susceptible to disease when they come out. I want to treat that cord pretty quick with some iodine and do a good job. I always like a thermometer and a stethoscope, and I'll have that laid out here. If you can listen to see if those lungs are clear, you want to know what that core temperature is, kind of deal. Now, we were talking about these. To help
lanyards?
Lanyards, okay? All right, so you go to a conference and you get the lanyard and you don't know what to do with it when you're done. I save them, okay? Because these make great things to slip in through there and to put around those legs if you got a difficult birth. Plus, when you're done with them, throw them away, okay? You don't have to clean them up, all right? So you don't have like chains and stuff like that, and I think it's a little gentler on that. So that's that, And then we got some aftercare. Maybe you need that nipple. Maybe you need some that 911, okay, all right? Maybe you need some colostrum. You can, things that you definitely going to need. Get it together.
Well, and it's better to have it than have to run to town, because like you said, a lot of times those emergency births or even some assist, they usually don't happen during business hours.
Not a great deal of places open at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? All right, that's the thing. And let's face it, you roll out of bed and maybe you're not 100%, okay? So let's just have the things we need in order. Let's get them together so we can go to the barn. You may or may not leave it in the barn, depending on your barn thing. I like the sleeves. They get real stiff if they're cold, all right? This gets a little stiffer if it's cold, So have it at the house, wherever you go into, or wherever, kind of.
And like your electrolyte mix and your colostrum mix, I like to have it where it's somewhat temperature controlled in an area. Because the thing about it is, you want to make sure that you get colostrum in there. You don't want to wait until something opens, or if they need some electrolytes. Sometimes that little amount of time is critical.
Right. You got to be very specific with that. And remember, on colostrum, if you're using frozen, don't thaw it in the microwave. Okay. I like to use quart Ziploc bags, freeze them so that you got a lot of surface area. Put it in some water. But we do not want to thaw that in the microwave.
Yeah, because it kills some of those good antibiotics.
Well, it kills the good stuff. All right, you might it's not, the powdered stuff is really advanced now. It's good stuff, and I think it's most definitely better than nothing.
Absolutely. But how long, Chris, with a lamb? I know how long with a calf, but how long with a lamb is it crucial to get some colostrum in that?
It's going to be very similar to a calf. Okay, we're going to get it in there as soon as possible. And to be honest, the lamb is so small. And this time of the year, it's generally cold. If you don't get that, not only do the antibodies important, but that just temperature, that warmth to get that little critter going is extremely important. So you're talking just a few hours. I wouldn't want to go over, making barn checks, and 12 hours is about as much as a barn check. I want to do it before that, 3 to 4 barn checks a day, making sure we get that stuff in there.
And you also have a little scale.
If you're a numbers guy like I am, all right, you want to know how many pounds, that kind of deal. Scales are great to go ahead and get some weights there, catch some birth weights. It's going to let you know some performance factors and that kind of deal. For me, it's just it gives me some data. Most farmers like to keep production records. They do not like to keep financial records. So, but production records are kind of fun to keep. And, especially if you got young kids, you got 4-H FFA projects, they want to do that.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, certainly appreciate the information. And if you have questions about tips for lambing season, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.